Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to what I hope is another interesting Minecraft discussion. I got the frames on because it's like bright out here, so I'm sorry about I am making eye contact. Actually, it's just in the frames, and these frames actually play music. Best present of my life, materially speaking. Okay, the Boseys from my good friend Dr. Dave. Tunes just go right into your temples. It's so incredible. Plus, you can tune out randos if you're not into it. Okay, so my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am thrilled, to see that hawk up there. That hawk, I think it's her. I watched her carry a dead skunk from the middle of the yard to the woods, and then she had her own little hawk feast. I mean, that hawk could pick up a toddler. It's a little frightening. Okay, anyway, what were we on here? Okay, authentic purpose and decision-making is what we're talking about, purposeful decision-making. So, Oprah's talked about this a lot, and you know how much I love her, I adore her, and she's spot on accurate when she talks about our number one job. And, my number one job is, parenting, of course, and we have 5 fabulous young adults, plus a couple by love, and obviously, all of that is top tier priority. And in reality, if we don't know ourselves and love ourselves first, we can only be so good of a parent or a partner or a friend or a sister or a brother or whatever, because we can't give what we don't have. We just cannot give what we don't have. So it's our number one job to keep ourselves filled up. We talked about that. And it's very difficult to keep ourselves filled up if the self-love isn't there first. In order for the self-love to be there, we've got to be on the track with getting to know ourselves, because to know is to love, right? To know is to love. So it's very difficult to love us if we don't know us, all right? So that is our number one job, because the rest is a trickle down. Being that great partner, being that phenomenal mother or father, right? Being that great adult child and taking care of parents. You got to have it going on in here first. Okay, so this is where I wanted to talk about the purposeful decision making, because I think a lot of us don't have this right up front here, which is in general, we walk around making decisions all day long. We walk around making decisions all day long. Some are active, and many, probably most, are passive. So something that we're, kind of confronted with in the immediate, making a choice about going to work, going to a meeting at work, making a choice about going to a doctor appointment, getting involved in making the appointments and setting appointments for kids for soccer physicals or whatever. That's all happening right now. We're making conscious choices or bigger things to get out of a job, take a new job, move. Those things are we're more have to be actively involved in those, because they're big and huge and kind of right up front. But the thing is, we're making decisions that seemingly are smaller but are huge, because the small ones are all cumulative. And here's the thing: the authentic path, the authentic path takes a lot of grit, just like anything else. What we practice, we inevitably get better at, right? So we authentics aren't taking a snooze. We are on it, like white on rice, on it. You can't just be like, I'd like to be authentic, and then sit back and have a sandwich on the couch. I mean, you can do that, and that's authentic too. But you know what I'm saying? You can't just sit back and think it's all going to happen. Do I talk about slowing it down to hear the messages? Yes. It doesn't mean we're not focused on the authentic part. That's so important. It's kind of a little paradoxical, but it's true. So yes, we're slowing our minds down, being still, to listen to the whispers, as Oprah says, so we know our next move, we can plan our next move. And what I'm also trying to relay here is that anything worthwhile in life, in general, takes effort. What we put effort into is what is successful. And if we want that to be us, we need to put effort into us. And then it's that cup overflowing thing. We want to keep our cups full, and then the rest is for everybody else. Just keeps flowing, keeps overflowing. And once we get into a routine of that, it gets easier. Just like anything else we do, practicing the violin, whatever. Keeping ourselves filled up becomes a habit. Roughly about 21 days is what it takes for a habit to shift and stick. And we're on the authentic path. We're doing good things for ourselves. We also talked about good selfish, bad selfish, right? The good selfish is keeping us filled up, which is then we can give to everybody in our lives. We can give to the world. We can give on, transcend ourselves and give to the huge, bigger picture, because we've got this endless supply, because we're channeling authenticity, and it doesn't have an end because all this abundance is just rolling through us. Okay, so here's the thing about the purposeful decisions. We want to make even the smallest decisions about being in a conversation with someone at work who's toxic. Don't do it. And if you're forced because she's in a power position, keep it minimal. Smile and nod, and don't internalize it. Okay, we gotta decide this stuff. There's a lot of little tiny decisions we make all day long that we're on autopilot. Then the universe hears them, because remember, any thoughts we have expand. So once we get that, we hopefully get very, very, very careful about the thoughts we allow in, because they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The universe hears, God, source, higher power, however you choose, here's what we want more of and what we want less of. We've got to make decisions that are in alignment with our personality and purpose. We want to make decisions, even the little itty bitty ones, that are in alignment with our personality and purpose, because whether we get it or not always, because we're running around in the world doing the world, right? It's kind of fast paced. We are bringing, since we are spirits walking around in, wearing different outfits. We are spirits, energy, walking around different outfits. We are therefore bringing spirituality and energy into every single thing we do, whether we are conscious of it or not. And so we can make active decisions that are in alignment with our authentic selves and live a most fulfilling, high vibe life ever. Or we can be passive, sit back, and let the universe just, hear all those thoughts we don't necessarily want, and have things go in a direction that's not necessarily, in our best, if we're like letting the anxiety, we just took the anxiety spiral. We're all locked in that. We're not trying to do anything about it. Then those thoughts are all expanding, and the whole narrative that's not even real keeps going. That's what we're saying. So alignment, we got to make decisions the best we can, set the bar best we can, right? Not perfect, very bad word. Better off dropping the F-bomb than saying that. Do the best we can to make as many mindful, active decisions all day that are in alignment with who we are. That is what I'm saying. Set the bar, do your best. Decisions, alignment with purpose and personality. Okay, awesome. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from this scorchy hot, beautiful northern Vermont. Have a mindful, purposeful day.